Hello friends, my name is Radha. Today we'll discuss about a topic that when to use agile model in software development. Friend, today's topic is very important, very interesting, and I would like to talk about this topic in detail. So friend, first of all I would request to please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell option as well so that my new videos can reach to you. So let's just start. First of all friend, we have to understand that what is agile actually. Friend, agile is a new approach you can say for managing the software projects or IT projects. See friend, here we have traditional approaches there which is called as waterfall approach, and the second approach called as agile. We can compare these two approaches. Agile as waterfall approach is basically talk about like we implement the project in that way, like plan, develop, test, and then deploy. This is the traditional project management approach that is called as waterfall approach. The new approach called as agile approach. Agile means friend that it is the approach which we use to implement or manage the software projects, and we deliver the project in incremental model, like we divide the project into chunks, and we deliver the things into multiple chunks means sprint. Take an example. For example, you are implementing an e-commerce solution, and there are 40 tasks. So what you can do, you divide the 40 tasks into 4 sprints. Each sprint will contain 10 tasks, and for each sprint we will plan, develop, test, and deploy. So first sprint 1 will contain 10 tasks. We plan, develop, test, and deploy. Then sprint 2, sprint 3, sprint 4. In that way, when we reach till sprint 4, we complete all the tasks of the e-commerce solution, all the 40 tasks. So first of all, agile is more flexible, is more adaptable, and we get the customer feedback at a very early stage, and it is nowadays very popular. Now friend, coming towards our main topic, that when to use the agile model in the software projects. First thing is that friend, when the requirements are very few requirements you have at a very early stage, and you just receive a requirement. For example, you receive a requirement that you have to implement the website. For example, customer just came to you and just said that he just want to build a website. Okay, so requirements are very short, very unclear, and very limited information are there. So in that case, it is better to use the agile model. Then the next one, like for example, organizational processes are very lenient, like they are not rigid. So again, this is better to use the agile model. The third point is that if the product owner involvement is very high, like he is asking when to deliver, what things are going on, he's asking about scoping, he's asking about deliverables, he's fully involved with the project. So again, better to use the agile model. The fourth point is that friend, which is very important. For example, you are implementing a new product, like you are very innovative, very a very creative mind, and you are creating a very innovative product. Okay, and which is not similar to any other product, or you are building first time very innovative and creative product. So in that way, you should use the agile model, because agile is more flexible, more adaptable for in these types of solutions. Second, if you have very short and limited time in which you have to show something to customer, so again this is better to use agile model instead of waterfall. Why? Because see, for example, customer says that he want for example 5 tasks in first week. So rather than using waterfall approach, if you use the agile model, like within 5 days we develop, test, and deploy the 5 tasks of the project. So customer will get the feedback at a very early stage. He will be more confident, he will be more relaxed, because he is getting the things, and there will be less pressure on the delivery team as well, because they are giving things in chunks to customer. So both team, like both customer side and the vendor side, would be flexible if you have a flexible short timings or delivery timelines are there. If you do have some budget flexibility, again, see friend, here if you have some budget flexibility, you know that there is some flexibility in budget, like budget can be deviate for like plus minus can be there. So it is better, it is recommended to use the agile model. That custom, for example, you are building, customer says that he want to build a product through customers can get the information for traveling. Okay, so he is flexible. For example, he says that he want to build an excellent product, and he is okay if there is any change in the budget as well, so it is acceptable for them. So again, it is better to use the agile model. In the last, friend, conclusion is that, friend, agile wins the day when the product team is unsure at the onset what needs to be built. For example, you are building a product, you have initiated a project, and the requirements are unclear. If the requirements are unclear, so it is highly recommended that you should use the agile methodology. Or they wish to discover, they should build based on adjustment they make along the way. See, friend, many times it happens, especially in the website development, in the app, mobile app development like Android or iOS. This is a very common thing that it is like we build the things, we show the things to deliverables to customer, and then customer give his feedback, and we have to tweak the things, we have to tweak the screens. So back and forth are there. Like most of the time it happens that, for example, we shown the screens to customer, then he says that he needs something as some fields as well. So we have to do the tweaking. So when first thing is that, first thing first, that if the requirements are very unclear, if the requirements are not clear, so it is better to use the agile model. And second thing is that if you know that you have to do the adjustment with the customer feedback, like that you will receive the customer feedback many times and you have to adjust the things. So again, in that case, when you are things are going back and forth, you are giving the things and again delivering the things. So in that model, it is very highly recommended to use the agile model, because the waterfall or traditional project management is not so flexible in when the requirements are not clear, and when that things are going back and forth. Agile will produce more features in a shorter period of time. This is very true, and also gives the team more flexibility through the process, because the model is agile in nature. By nature, it's agile, and it is adaptable with the customer feedback, with the customer response. So in that way, whenever things are not requirements are not very clear, you have a very short period of time for delivery, and that things will be going back and forth. So in that way, in that case, you must have to use the agile model. So friend, thank you, thanks a lot for your time, and that's all from my side. Thank you.